A series of strikes underway in the UK with hundreds of thousands of workers walking out in the lead up to Christmas. Nurses, railway workers, and postal workers are taking action in disputes over pay, conditions, and layoffs.
The strikes, dubbed Britain's new winter of discontent, have been criticised for disrupting people's festive plans and worsening backlogs within the National Health Service. Sally Patterson has more.
For the first time in 100 years, nurses are walking out in a national strike. The Royal College of Nursing is demanding an almost 20% pay rise to keep up with soaring inflation and to undo years of real terms pay cuts. Staff continue to provide some urgent care during the strikes, but routine services are being disrupted. With energy and heating bills at a record high, some healthcare professionals are struggling to stay afloat. This nurse in southwest England asked not to be named out of fear of reprisals.
Personally, I don't really want to be called a hero and I don't want to receive applause. I find that quite condescending. I just want to be paid appropriately, and I represent all other nurses, I'm not just saying myself, for the skills that we have and for the work, the life-saving work that we do.
Without you, there is no Royal Mail. Solidarity and unity. Thanks for...
Meanwhile, postal workers are refusing to deliver letters in the run-up to Christmas, usually one of the busiest periods of the year for the postal industry.
Hundreds of thousands of workers are expected to walk out in the lead up to Christmas. This action is expected to have a huge impact, not just on the operations of the industries themselves, but on the wider population as well.
Some workers feel the UK is at a tipping point.
The working class, we've had enough. There's never enough for us, but there's always enough for them. And they come in and they take and they take and they take. So we don't have any other option, really.
Everything is up now. The bills, the electric, the gas and everything. Even the food, it's not enough for our wages.
It's not just Christmas cards which might not be delivered. Major train strikes mean people's plans to see friends and family around the country have been stopped in their tracks. Members of the RMT union, which represents many rail workers, are walking out because of salary disputes and proposed layoffs. Restaurants, bars and venues have seen mass cancellations during the festive season, costing them thousands of pounds.
We respect strike action, it's just the timing of it. It felt like they wanted to create a media storm with this and they have succeeded in that, but unfortunately it just seems to be that hospitality seems to be that industry that every single time something happens it's the hardest hit.
The government says union demands are unaffordable. It's working on law changes to mitigate the impact of strike action. And military reinforcement may be brought in to help run infrastructure around the festive season. With neither side willing to back down, this action could continue into the new year and beyond. Sally Patterson, CNA, London.